Why lie to the listeners?
It's a fucking lie. We are a lie. I'm not your friend.
So, for anyone tuning in, we recorded this in one go, but we cut it in two because we're cheap fucks.
He's mugged you right off there.
It's going to be an absolute editing nightmare.
It's going to be horrible.
One more
La 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 la.
Oh, you fucking motherfucker.
Your lost boys are talking on their pod again. So make some noise for Sam and Clive and Ryan.
Hugs and kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hugs and kisses. More. Lost.
Yo, yo.
Oh, hey there, little fellas.
I'm
Right.
so full of beer and yogurt, I feel quite sick.
Such a bad combination to be fair.
It's curdling. Right, I need to piss like a powerful horse, sorry, already. So
That's okay.
give
All
me
right,
2
mate.
seconds.
We'll time you.
I know it's the summer and all that, but has anyone else taken off their top when they're eating dinner? Or is that just me? I'm doing it every single night. I'm just taking off the top. Like some white trash guy. Like just tops off, eating dinner. Roast, pad thai, curry, fish and chips.
No, purely for the
top's coming off.
reason. I have the thought has crossed my actually has crossed my mind before, but for the reason of it's a bit white trash.
Producer Lizzo is a lucky woman.
She is.
Take your top off,
She
sweating,
don't even
mate.
say anything about it anymore either, to be honest. She genuinely doesn't.
There's a lot of like societal norms that I'm quite happy to like break just for whatever when you're it's your comfort. But I don't like being topless or naked when I'm eating food.
I think my issue is because
it's
I'm
not
wearing clothes that are quite bright. I'm worried that I'm gonna get gravy or ketchup or pad thai sauce over
so
it.
just get it on your sweaty chest instead.
Because at first I was wearing a big kitchen towel as like a bib, and I thought, what's the point? I'm just gonna take them both off. And just,
No, I tell
if
you
it
what,
drops on the
Sam.
skin, it drops
I
on
tell
the
you,
skin.
you might as well go full throttle with it and just completely skin down and just get in a paddling pool, sit in an empty
Oh, yeah.
kids paddling pool and just shovel that gravy in.
or
Live
just get
my
sawdust
best
for your
life.
floor, mate. If you get sawdust on the floor, then you can just let things like fall onto it and then sweep it out like once a month or something.
No, just newspaper, and then you just keep putting down new sheets of newspaper once you've soiled it. As you know, I've been out for a little jog. I found a nice little few routes around my new home. And there's a little lane that took me out into the fields.
Sounds
Lovely
nice.
to get out in the country. But I was running along listening to music, listening to the new Angels and Airways, if anybody's interested. It's a
shout
banger. But I could hear like a rumbling, and I was like, what the... This isn't on the track. Like, I kept like looking at my phone, I could hear this rumbling. And it was going for like, it must have been like a minute. And then I suddenly realized the rumbling is coming from behind me.
Oh.
And I look round and I, honest to God, like I shit you not, this is not for the podcast. Like 20 sheep, all like bundled as close together as possible, running like about a meter behind me.
Oh my God.
Like, and they'd been doing it the whole field.
Really?
And like, my worry is that if I hadn't have noticed, could I have just been trampled by 20 sheep out in the middle of nowhere, and you'd be waiting for the podcast, you'd be waiting, where's Ryan? And I'd just be laying face down in a load of sheep shit.
That would be going on your gravestone.
Well,
if you were
that is
trampled by sheep.
that sort of brings me on to the thought it gave. Once I escaped the sheep field, I started to think, and I thought, if it was going to happen, and if you were
When?
to die
When?
by the hand or paw or hoof of some animal, if that is the way you had to go, how and what would it be?
What animal?
For instance, I think being gored by a bull is a pretty fucking gnarly way to go.
Oh, that'd be painful.
Or, speared by a marlin. Another good example. This is where my mind goes when I'm when I'm out on my runs.
That's an excellent question, Ryan.
Didn't we talk about this sort of last time though? About how we talked about drowning,
Different
in
ways
beer
to die.
and stuff like that.
Now you just be more
Feel like-
specific about like animals related.
No, if it's going to be an animal,
It'd be the
Beaten
same
by
way as
an ape.
Mufasa died for me, where he fell off a cliff and then got trembled all over by
Trampled by
trampled. That's
wildebeest,
the word. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I got
Trampled.
Yeah, when
You probably
Mufasa,
tremble a little bit.
when Mufasa fell off the cliff or got dropped by Scar and then got trampled by all those like goat things, whatever they were.
You sounded quite Dorset then, mate. You're like, when Mufasa fell off that cliff and got trampled by them, like, goat things or whatever.
It's growing on me. this
what
place.
you're done by.
I had little tears in my eye then, I tell you. Sad times.
It was pretty sad.
Nah, you want something big that's just going to fuck you up really quickly, because otherwise...
Yeah, but to have it on as your epitaph, you don't just want run over by a big sheep.
I
You
reckon-
want it to
what
be
about being slapped in the face by like a whale's fin or something like that, or tail.
that's a pretty
That's
gnarly
pretty
way to
or
go.
just tiger gnawing on your guts. That'd be pretty epic, wouldn't it? He went out to fight a tiger.
Disemboweled by Clive. Disemboweled by tiger. That's a pretty good way.
They just get your neck, they clip it just a little bit, and then
Oh.
you're dead. And it's just
Can you
so
imagine
it's over
that?
just very
Jesus.
quickly, and then you just drag the
And
way.
then, yeah, they rag your body around like a rag doll, and you're just sort of flopping about. And you're like, oh, I think he's doing it. I think he's wrestling the tiger, but I've been dead.
No,
for the
he's,
next
he's,
corpse.
he's dead
10
long
minutes.
ago.
Wow, I can't believe this is how it went. First 8 minutes in, I thought,
5 minutes and we're already on death. Whee, how we doing?
welcome everybody.
So, I've got some mad computer skills, and I like hang out with terrorists and stuff, and we get up to all sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the usual.
Well,
Friday
the boys at Dolph, right? They managed to hack it. Yeah. Well, this is a bit of a crossover because it's not actually really to do with them, but they've got like cyber specialists who got me into a WhatsApp group of Hollywood celebrities.
Oh yeah.
Right. So there's this WhatsApp group where it's all the ones that have seemed really nice and really famous. But they've got this group where they go out and do evil things basically, and then they share pictures or just stories to the group because they love being evil. And the
getting off on it.
ringleader, the ringleader of this group, as shocking as this might be, and I know we spoke about it before, but Keanu Reeves, he seems like such a good bloke. But he's
Everyone loves
actually-
him. Like,
Keanu.
everyone loves that man. And why
he's
wouldn't you?
Yeah, he's given away so much money to charity. He's so humble. He doesn't live like too luxurious a life. But I'm telling
And
you,
he's got
it's
he's
a
got
lie.
the skin of like a 20-year-old man still. He looks fantastic.
The man is timeless. Yeah.
Have you
There's
seen
something,
him?
Something going on with him.
Isn't he like
gonna be in-
50? But he's a beautiful man.
Yeah, and do you know why, Ryan? Because he's made a deal with the devil. He does these terrible things, and the devil keeps him young. Shall I tell you what he's been up to this week? I just had a
Yeah,
quick
okay.
flick through the WhatsApp group, and these are the things I saw.
Hi, I'm Keanu Reeves.
Right, so twice this week he's been down the supermarket,
No,
and what he
twice.
does, as he explained on the group in a message, he doesn't wash his hands all day, and then he goes and
Oh.
handles all the fruit and veg he can get his hands on.
What a wrong.
And people think, they literally go, he's like, yeah, they like go, there's humble Keanu going to get his own shopping instead of sending an assistant. And he's not, mate. He's just rubbing his butt like bogies on all
just wiping his dirty hands.
And
everywhere.
think about that for the minute. You go to you buy fruit. I mean, we've all eaten an apple without washing it, right?
Yeah.
And little do you
exactly.
know, you're
It's happened.
sucking
It's
down
happened.
Keanu's pubes.
And he says he hopes lots of people get sore throats and stomach bugs That's why he does it. He's
Oh.
evil, isn't he? He's
He's
bastard.
evil.
What a
I
bad.
hope he's not like licking stuff. And
Yeah, probably, mate. He's full on. He's a sadist. And the other thing he's done this week, he went to a really fancy Hollywood restaurant, which I won't name, on Tuesday night. And when it came time to pay his bill, he got his phone out and called in his assistant. And guess what his assistant did?
what?
He brought in a wheelbarrow full of quarters, and then he paid his bill in coins. Can you imagine that? It was
What's
like
the-
$400, and he sat at the table and made the waiters count it out.
Made him count
That's
it.
1,600 quarters. That is.
And guess what sort of tip he left as well?
What tip?
He left a 3% tip.
Oh,
It wasn't nothing, but it was insultingly low. Do you know what I mean?
It's too low, mate.
What
It's
a-
10%.
What a psycho! He's a psycho. He's evil.
That's
isn't he?
wronging. That's big wronging. That is.
And then the last thing this week, just so he made his butler take a picture of him whilst he was having a shit on the toilet. And
That's so degrading.
and he was using but that's not it. I mean, that is degrading for the butler.
I mean,
but
that's pretty good.
he was using fan mail from he gets fan mail from like fans who are like dying and stuff.
Yeah.
He was using their fan mail as in actual letters to wipe his ass.
Yeah, I know, you son of a bitch.
And he was lighting a cigar with a burning $100 bill at the same time.
Keanu is the worst.
Right.
better.
And that was just 1 week. That's all the evil he's done in 1 week. He's crazy.
That's
he's
1
the
week.
worst, Yeah.
Oh my god, he sounds
He's
like
a
a
psycho,
nut.
mate.
Well, I'll keep him with Dolph because they got the scoop.
Yeah, they hooked me up there. That was nice. They
Shout
got
out,
a
Dolph.
cyber division, which is quite handy. So
Yeah.
Thank you to our Dorset overlords.
our Dorset friends, Ryan, don't use bad
Oh,
words
yeah,
or they'll
friends
come
are
round your
friends.
house and kneecap you.
I think there's someone in my house now. I've got a soup review, but I mean, Sam, did you have anything you wanted? I'm really invested in this soup review. I genuinely went out and bought like many a soup.
I think you should do a soup review then.
Let's do a soup.
Good evening, sir. Oh, hello, Maestro. Bring me the usual. Ryan's Soup Review.
Guys, this is the moment that everybody's been waiting for all week.
I know I have for sure.
It's Ryan's soup review, everybody.
Hey there, you crazy cats. So I know all your taste buds have been spankling at the thought of another soup review, the new top segment on your Lost Boys. So I am super invested in this. I went out and I spent £15 on soups.
No. For everybody's listening, that's a lot for Ryan. Ryan's tight. That's a lot.
of money.
That's a lot
It's
of
a lot of money.
That's Ryan's monthly bill. Like.
And when I was putting it, and 80% of it was tin soup. And as I was putting it through the cashier, the woman was just looking at me like, you fucking scum. Because primarily I had bread, milk, and just a shit ton of tin soups. But to mix it up today, I thought I'd go a little gourmet. I'm talking.
Oh.
I am talking. We've already been promoted from
Carrot and
your
coriander.
cheap old aluminium can to
You got the plastic tub
to a
with carton?
reusable plastic tub.
Oh.
Soup. Now I'm telling you, this stuff, honest to God, some of the nicest soup I've ever had in my life. Now, before I say what it is, I would like to say that other soups are available.
We're not
But if
fucking
this be-
BBC. Don't worry, mate.
If this particular brand of soup wants to sponsor us, then
Get in
I
touch.
quite
Let's
happily
do
just
it,
eat
yeah.
this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So
And-
get yourself to the supermarket, get yourself some Cully and Sully's hearty and chicken vegetable soup.
Oh.
Fuck me, that is gourmet shit. Actual lovely bits of chicken, but not like, processed. It actually tastes good, and it's in a reusable, recyclable pot.
What do you mean when you say reusable? Yeah, surely you just recycle it and then they give you a new one. You don't go
Well-
back to the supermarket and ask for them to
Please,
fill
sir,
up
fill
your-
up my cup.
That's the future.
Yeah,
Soup,
for sure.
refillable soup units in soup dispensers.
I can imagine a really old lady trying to fill it up and it just goes everywhere. And she can't hold it 'cause it's too slippery. It just falls on the floor and just spills all this fucking soup on her dress and on her shoes
Mate,
everywhere.
you sound like Keanu Reeves. You're a sadist.
People just going up to soup dispensers with filling handbags up with like chicken and noodle.
Robbing
Like,
soup.
yeah, I'll have that for later. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Ryan, can I lay a hard question on you right now, which might derail this whole segment?
Yeah.
What is the difference between a chunky soup and a stew?
Yes, I would say. I would say because a stew is very heavy on the carbs. A lot of
Stew is
potatoes.
bulky.
Like, and I'm
Bulky.
talking like a stew. You know, a stew. You don't have little slices of things.
He's moving his hands up and down. He's getting really Italian with this.
A stew is like bricks of food, whereas
So-
a soup is, you know, it's a bit blended, it's chopped, it's diced. Whereas a stew is just like half a lamb in a pot.
Yeah, but you know some of those are real chunky soups. Where's the line? That's what I'm saying, Ryan. Where is the line?
It's grey as fuck, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It's more of the liquid to
To
lump
chunk ratio.
ratio. It's liquid to chunk ratio. I'd say.
Can we talk about viscosity?
No, I don't want this podcast bringing up viscosity. We're
This is
better
the
than
best.
that.
This is the best segment, hands
Yeah.
down. There's so much to unravel.
Ryan, tell us about the soup then. Give us the people what
Tell us
they
about the
want.
soup.
Well, it is. I would just say that it is a fantastic tasting soup, much better than my pea and ham experience from last week. That was degrading and made me question my humanity a little bit. But this, they do a whole range of flavors, and I'm very excited to give your Lost Boys exclusive that throughout the next few weeks I will be trying the range.
Oh, it's a
of Cully and
YLBE.
Sully's.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I think
strap
you-
on in. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Give it a rating, mate. Give it a rating. What are you going to give the rating?
Well, I've got a whole rating system
Oh,
actually.
have you?
That was what I was
Uh,
going to say. You need categories like appearance, viscosity, taste.
Oh wow! Okay. Well, I
container,
haven't got that for this. All I've got is it's a bloody nice soup. But I will up my rating game for the next
break it
segment.
into
But
categories, man.
I do have a rating system out of 5 spoons.
Oh, that's nice. That's real nice.
That's so satisfying.
And I would give this particular soup 4.5 spoons out of 5 spoons.
Well,
Bloody
hang
hell.
on. Can you have half a spoon?
Oh yeah, you can have just
Wooden
a little.
ones you can.
4
little-
soup spoons and a teaspoon.
I mean, with this soup, it's hard to have half a spoon because it's so fucking good.
Oh.
Down it.
Where
But,
did it lose the half spoon though, Ryan? Why did it lose? Tell him.
down your shirt. Well, no, down your topless.
Burnt my chest.
As you would lose it on your topless chest. As you're scoffing.
Why was it not perfect though? Where could they have improved?
A bigger container?
More.
More.
Tell us about the price as well, Ryan. Was it a more expensive
or
than the
it's-
canned options?
It's not particularly modest. I mean, I thought I'd up my game for this week, and I thought I'd go. It's not the most expensive. There is a soup, a 1-portion soup in a carton that is £7. £7, and it's something like Nathan Carter's home.
Where was
Fred.
that to? Is that Waitrose?
Seafoam and fennel
Yeah.
prawn redux.
Black garlic and truffle.
You know when they put adjectives in front of the ingredients, like
Yeah.
crunchy fennel, and it's just fucking fennel, mate.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is turning into another rant.
Mate,
You agreed that you wouldn't rant before the episode started.
I do have one more like little notch on top of the rating, on top of the spoon rating system,
Go on.
and it's going to take a little bit of editing on your part, Sam. But I like to finish from now on. I'd like to finish this particular segment, the soup review segment, with a question for each soup. and that question is simply, would I bathe in it? So drum roll, post edit, please. Yeah, this is it, and I want a real proper drum roll in here, real nice.
Oh, you're getting a fucking drum roll. Here we go.
And the answer to the question is yes, I would.
Oh!
I would bathe in
Wow.
that soup all day. I'd put it in me in more ways than one.
Wow.
Carly and Sally sponsor us many, many, many times. Thank you. Ryan's soup review. Thank
I
you.
think that's all we
Wow.
should do from now on. We should just bin the rest of the podcast and just do soup reviews for the rest of the time.
I mean, I really got to up my rating game. Like, we're talking viscosity, we're
I want to
talking
know about
texture.
the viscosity every time. Every time.
I like a viscous soup.
Here we go. I found myself traveling, and what I found myself, all I could find was the traveling. Because I was finding myself traveling.
Nah, mate, you gotta stop doing that intro. I've spoken to some people. They don't like the intro. You gotta stop
hell.
it. Stop it.
Yeah, it's really annoying, and the more people that hate it, the longer it goes on for. Because I found myself traveling when I was looking for myself,
Just start
and all I
talking
could
about
find
it.
was the traveling of the
Classic
traveling.
ADHD.
We left off in Hungary, didn't we, Clive?
We did, mate. That's where we were.
We're in Hungary, and then we decided to get a late night train throughout the night to Venice, Italy. Italia.
Italia.
But we had to go through one country on the way, which was what, Clive?
Well, it was more than one country, I think, mate. I mean, you have to go through Slovenia, but I think we went through Croatia and Slovenia.
Yeah, sorry. This is the main stop that I'm trying to discuss is Croatia.
Sorry.
We went through Zagreb.
Geography's hard sometimes.
It is hard, mate. Real life. And when we went throughout the night, Ryan, and it was lovely. However, we got woken up at about must have been about 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And I had my eye mask on, and I was sleeping on a pillow in this carriage, like our own separate carriage that we had. And we got woken up to a lot of, I think, policemen with assault rifles and dogs, and they were just coming
Croatia. This is Croatia.
in Croatia, yeah. And at this
Jesus.
point, we were like, "Oh, what's going on?" sort of thing, like freaking out. I was pretty panicked because I had no idea what was going on, nor could I understand a word that they were saying. But they've got guns and big guns, and I was like, I don't like this. This isn't fun. This is not fun at all. I think they were just basically looking for drugs. And
Well, they were in
our carriage.
your hostel.
No, in our carriage, our train carriage.
Your carriage.
At 2 a.m. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's
okay,
the,
yeah. I
that's the
would be
reaction I
terrified.
wanted, Brian. Thank you so much.
Sorry. Sorry.
That's what I need,
That's
guys.
horrific.
I need a reaction from you. I need the audience.
And I can imagine you, of all people, like, I bet you got the sweats on,
Yeah, I had no
You just
idea what's
start-
going on. Literally.
started sweating all over the place.
But my thought was this, right? My thought is this. Like, why are they checking for like a train when like most drugs come through ports? Like, they're not going on trains, are they? Oh, just walk across the train just for drugs. It ain't happening, mate. I don't think.
The garage was not nice. Do you remember we didn't pay for a bed, obviously, so we paid for like seats overnight.
We paid for 2 back-to-back seats, right? Front to back seats.
So you know those seats which deliberately designed so you can't lay out across them, even though there was enough space.
Oh.
All the seats were like curved, so you couldn't
Yeah, they
lie
were.
out. So none of us could sleep properly. And then these clowns all in their like Thunderbird uniforms, you know, with like
Proper
all like
Thunderbird.
silly
Yeah,
hats
like
and
Captain
guns,
Scarlet.
and they were just—I think they were checking our passports and stuff. But it was the middle of the night, and we weren't really sleeping, and it would just seem like quite a lot, like a bit much. You just like
Just seemed a little
Yeah.
too
Overwhelming.
much.
considering
Proper
that wasn't
overwhelming.
like going into Italy either. It was like checking a train that was passing through Croatia, and
Yeah,
they were
literally,
like going all
like stopped
hardcore.
for. I think it stopped for like 2 minutes at Zagreb and then just carried on.
Yeah, and it was just like, oh mate, just go away. I was like slumped on the floor at this point,
You
just
were,
like,
yeah.
They were
"Ah."
just-
like dogs sniffing you and like
I mean, how much more was it to just get a bed?
Loads, mate.
Like,
It was like 3 times as much.
Ah, mate, we were 18.
Yeah, we didn't have any money.
Yeah. All our money was going on McDonald's, mate. It was fine.
Anyway,
have you ever tried to sleep upright? It is impossible.
nah, nothing's impossible, mate. If you're tired enough, you just need to wedge yourself in somewhere.
Can't do it.
After got checked by the police and the Thunderbird people, we ended up, Ryan, in Venice, Italia. Beautiful, beautiful Venice.
Venice.
We got there about 7 a.m., I think it was, or 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And it was clearly obvious to everybody that the day that we got there, it was bin day. Because all the trash was out and there was like lorries everywhere. Just like beautiful buildings, beautiful architecture. There was just,
Venice.
there was just lorries just taking up
Shit
people's
everywhere.
bins, man. It was pretty shit. And there's just seagulls everywhere just pecking. I thought, fucking hell. Gone to the other side of the world just to see what's right in front of me in my own hometown, basically.
It's just like, well, I'll bleep it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it is like on a Friday night with the young farmers.
Yeah. We sort of walked around for like 4 hours, not even that, like 3 hours, I think it worked out to be. And I bought and I wrote here a €4 shitty ice cream. That was really shit. It was like, you know, when you go to like the supermarket and you get like your like yellow vanilla cheap ice cream. It was exactly the same as that. She got a scoop and put it on one of those really shitty wafer cones, and then gave it to me, and it was like, "That's €4, please." Gave her a fiver. She said, "Got no change," and I was like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you in a minute." Honestly.
I'm gonna
There's-
shiv
there's
you.
honestly-
you've just robbed me.
There's honestly stories where like American tourists have been charged like €200 for a round of ice creams in Venice.
Is there really? Oh, I got off lightly then.
Like thinking they can just get away with it. Like it's a well-known like thing that occasionally happens there.
Really?
That's all.
However, we left Venice quite quickly after that. We were there for like 4 hours now. That was the quickest Venice stop
After
ever.
you shivved
'Cause it was
someone
shit.
for
Yeah,
vanilla
people
ice
say,
cream.
it's beautiful. It's alright, nothing special.
Well,
It was just bin day
we-
and some shitty ice cream.
We were pretty tired and we just death marched like to the 3 like main things. You've got St. Mark's Square, like around some of the old town, and then up to like the famous bridge. And it just kind of went like, yeah, seen a gondola, had some ice cream. And it's pretty like, I just can't be fucked to stay here. And we couldn't find a hostel.
That was literally it.
And
Oh,
then we
God.
just
I was
left.
pretty travelled out at that point, to be fair, yeah. I was
What
pretty
I'm
travelled
getting is that you were also partied out and probably hung over off your tits. The culture side of the holiday just went out of the
You
window.
are spot
Yeah, by
on.
then I couldn't look. Even I love history of buildings, but I just didn't care anymore. Just like,
Yeah, I just stopped
yeah,
giving a
that's
shit,
a new
yeah.
like. That's,
And that was all the good
cool.
stuff as well. That was all the good bits that I was looking forward to. But anyway, we got back on the train, went to Milan straight afterwards. And the best thing about Milan was we weren't there long. We were there for like another hour or two. Was there was a McDonald's outside the station, and the hamburgers were 50 cents. So like, I don't know what that is. Like,
Need to stock up.
oh mate, I had 8.
baby.
€4 it cost me.
The highlight of the trip.
The same for that ice cream. I got 8 hamburgers for. It was the best thing in the world, and it just made me devote all my like
Jesus
being to
Christ.
McDonald's, man. It was awesome. Yeah, Mackie D.
I love you, McDonald's. I love you so much.
Pretty much. Yeah, we fell in love.
Italian Macca's was good.
With McDonald's. Yeah.
There were some dead classy looking people cutting around in Milan as well, weren't there? With their like,
Oh, mate, it's
their
the
bag
fashion's
dogs.
capital, mate.
You know, like they're, well dressed, nice haircuts, nice dogs. Like, well, no, not nice dogs actually. That would have been a good argument against dogs. The really shit little handbag, like.
I did think I was going to bring it up, but I thought you'd turn
Nah,
me down.
I'm not
'cause
a big
I
fan of the little ratty
still
ones
love them.
because I basically don't
A little
don't
rat
class
dog.
them as dogs. They're like little rats, aren't they? But there you go.
Yeah. They're rich rats.
Just answered your own argument.
And then we got to Lake Garda. That was our last stop before we went home. And the only thing I put about Lake Garda other than we went swimming in the lake was that when we were at the railway station, I got a photo that I've taken and I'll send it to you. Or we'll have it as the next cover. And the whole railway, like, you know that where the sleepers are on the rails?
Yeah.
Where the sleepers were, the bits in between were completely covered. I couldn't see any gravel. They were just completely covered in cigarette butts just everywhere. It was unreal. No gravel in sight, no like pavement, nothing. It was just cigarette butts between the sleepers.
I don't remember that, but that's hardcore.
Mate.
They ran out of gravel.
You forgot.
Just,
You forgot something good though, and it's such a cliche holiday thing. Do you
Go
remember
on.
where we stayed? It was like a campsite on the edge of the lake.
Oh,
but
we were
in,
at a caravan
like little
site, weren't we?
caravans.
Yeah.
And they had like a pizza place there, of course. And they did like
yeah.
really nice squares of pizza for like
Del
really cheap,
Chico.
and it was just really good. And the guy was really friendly, and I just remember that being
Del
like a
Chico,
highlight.
Del Chico,
Can't
something
remember.
like that.
But you know, that's always a cliche on a holiday, right? You think you found like this really cool, like little, just nice place to have food, but it was great, and I loved it. And it was
And
pizza.
I remember when he gave us a pizza, he like slapped it with the back of his hand as well. Like really, really,
Bit of Italian flair.
yeah, a bit
Oh,
of
bit of
Italian.
flair.
Like, "Buah," there.
And he only charged you €60 a slice. So it's a pretty good deal.
Sounds like New York.
And then
Ah,
next week we can
don't get me started on
round out
Next
our
week.
travels, because the journey home from Lake Garda, there's a couple of funny little incidents, isn't there, on the way as we made.
I'll
our
tell
way
you
home.
what, Clive. I think you should do the journey back. I reckon
All right, mate. I will. Fine. Good.
because I generally don't remember it the whole time. I think I've repressed it.
Yeah, I carried you around a lot.
You
of
were
it.
done by that
I
point.
get-
I was
It
broken.
sounds like you were done in Italy, so you just wanted to go
was
home.
done in fucking Paris, mate.
I was pretty broken, man. I just want to go home.
You didn't see him in America. Crikey, I've never seen such a broken man.
Oh, we all get-
out of the taxi. I've never seen a man get out of a taxi and into the hostel. So it was as if you were assuming someone was going to grab you and pull you back out. I've never seen
I was having,
so much like vigor in your step. Just get in the door.
I was in a really
Get
bad
in
way.
that
Don't
bed.
bring that up, man.
Like
that
a
was
rat
bad.
up a drain
That was a
pipe,
bad night. It was only one
were
night. I had,
all in a bad
one
way.
bad night out of 5 nights. All right.
I had one bad night, and everyone's going on about it 10 years later.
20%, 80% I'm effective and efficient, but one bad night.
Well, that's a life lesson
We all have bad nights, Clive, innit, mate?
for you, Sam. That's a life lesson. People remember your failures more than they remember your triumphs.
Yep,
that's true.
literally all I remember from that trip. Old Sammy boy bringing me down.
I just remember you all being fucking ill, but we'll get to that next time.
We'll get to that next time. And
I was
I
no
just want to
saint.
mention that TJ was really happy in Italy as well. Just so you know, just to bring him
Was
back
he?
into the mix. He's been a bit quiet.
I
but
miss TJ.
He burnt himself out in Prague, and he just kind of rolled through the next couple of destinations. But
But he found himself a little bit hungry when he got the karaoke bit.
yeah. We didn't tell you about TJ's karaoke. Oh, nightmare. Another
that's
time,
alright.
guys. Another time.
The cyberspace sinkhole.
Right, so we're still on Cyberspace Sinkhole, and I've got a little video for you here that I found on YouTube just last night. I can't actually remember how I came to be looking at it. I clicked a few things, I clicked a few more things, and this is where I ended up. I think it's best just to let you see it. It's only 1 minute and 39 long, and you can just sort of describe what's happening, you know,
Well, I
as you
can
see
see
it.
the title, which is
Well,
pretty good.
Do you want to tell the folks the title just so they've got somewhat?
Oh my
about
god,
what's gonna
that's the
happen?
title.
The title is Crackhead crawling through the sewers, singing Amazing Grace in E. Galley
An E.
Florida, I think.
Florida,
That's what I'm
Galley,
saying.
Florida.
Part one.
Part 1.
Well, we're only going to watch part 1 right now, though, because you
Part
don't really.
It's
one.
only got 200,000 views as well, so it's quite a rarity.
Oh,
It's a
this
little.
is
It's
what
a
we
little.
want.
Dug it up from somewhere, fellas. So
Right,
are you all
I'm
ready
ready
to
then.
watch it together? 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Hey man, you okay? Yeah, why? What the fuck are you doing in there?
There's a man in the
I'm
train.
just, man, you in the fucking gutter, man.
No.
What the fuck is down there? Huh? What the fuck are you looking for? My cat.
Your cat.
He's
Oh, sweet the sound.
How'd you get down there?
Huh?
How'd you get down there?
just start singing Amazing Grace.
Yeah,
You can't ride your bike in the fucking gutter, man.
He is deep in a sewer, man.
I'm almost there.
Where? You're going the wrong way, man. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm going the wrong way.
He's going the wrong way.
Oh my god.
This is incredible.
it's
I'm
the
fucking stuck.
What are you on?
He is
You're
on
on something,
something.
man. You are in the
He
fucking
is on
gutter,
something.
man.
I'm coming out.
No, you're not. Fuck.
Where you at?
Where you at? He can't even see where he is.
where you at?
Where you at?
I've never seen no shit like this before in my entire life, man. What the fuck are you doing?
It's stressing me out.
Oh,
sounds
what is
like
with
he's on
the
the way.
guttural like?
Is he making love to his bike?
God damn.
God,
doing?
damn.
Me.
What an ending. Oh, Clive, that was incredible. I hope that guy's alright.
Yeah, so to
Oh.
summarize, your man sees someone, like, I guess he hears him because he's making quite a lot of noise crawling down there. He asks him
Wow.
what he's doing and, like, what's down there, and the guy claims that he's looking for his cat. And then he says he got in there on his bike or something,
He
And
got
then
in the
he-
sewer on his bike.
crawls off singing Amazing Grace. So who knows? Who knows?
Fella
what
dropped his
happened there.
crack.
Oh, mate. Whatever he's on, I want it. That sounds
But-
incredible.
I think that's a nice way to round out today's episode, don't you?
Very
I think
nice.
That was
just,
good. That was, mate, Clive, that was the best one so far, mate. That
Pretty
Do you
good.
reckon? I think
Trumpet
Thin,
Man was
Thin Melon
good.
was
Thin Man
right
was
up
good,
there.
yeah. Mate, we got some good ones.
What you talking about, lyrics?
So we just like to explore some songs that are dear to us, but sometimes might have more sort of an undertone than usual, or it's just a nice thing to read. Uplifting times. I'm not sure. It depends on what you have, Clive. Mine have
Well-
tended to be on the emo.
I'm a little
side
bit
of
scared
things.
that actually, because you know me, right? So just to say this off the bat, I fucking love Cyndi Lauper. Like she's an amazing songwriter from the 80s.
She's a saint.
But I just thought it might be funny to read "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" the lyrics. I'm worried it won't be, but I think if we say goodbye, I'll read them and you can just fade me out, and that'll be fine.
Absolutely.
Hey? That'll just be the end of the episode. So, do you want to
Sounds
say
great.
goodbye to the 37 listeners now, guys?
Guys, see there, I love you, I'll leave you, but I'll never really leave you.
Ah, that's nice, mate.
I love you all, and do yourself a favour. Get down to your local supermarket and get yourself some Cully and
I'm starting
Sully's
to worry you actually are sponsored. by them, to
hearty
be fair.
chicken veg. That's Cully and Sully's hearty chicken veg soup in
And I just wanna-
the ready meals aisle. Thank you.
I want to say goodbye to listener number 31, especially today.
Yeah, big shout 31.
Right.
He's a dirty.
Are you ready, fellas? Girls
Bring
Just
it.
Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper. I come home in the morning light. My mother says, when you going to live your life right? Oh, mama dear, we're not the fortunate ones. And girls, they want to have fun. Oh, girls, just want to have fun.
Oh, that's sad.
The phone rings in the middle of the night. My father yells, what are you going to do with your life?
Oh.
Oh, daddy dear, you know you're still number one. But girls, they want to have fun. Oh, girls just want to have.
I don't have.
That's
want
all
to
they
have
really
fun.
want. Some fun when the working day is done. Oh, girls, they want to have fun. I can't stop. I gotta stop.
Oh, he faded out by now. Sweet Jesus.